Hi, folks. Joseph Kursky here with you. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm very thankful for you all, the geospatial, geography, enviro community that cares about people and the planet. I'm very thankful for you all. Let's think spatially here at this Thanksgiving time. Mapping the Thanksgiving harvest. Do you know where each of these Turkey Day Thanksgiving staples is grown? Now, this is traditional Thanksgiving food in the USA. I know many of you inside and outside the USA feature many different foods at your Thanksgiving gatherings, and that's great. Let's talk about these particular foods, and by extension, thinking about other foods, where they're grown, where they're processed. That's all a spatial thinking activity that you can share with friends, family members, but also I know many of you are educators. Think about sharing these with your students for fun and to help them think spatially and use interactive web maps. Here in ArcGIS Online, we're going to use some maps created by our wonderful Story Maps team folks. You can see the URL for this wonderful Story Maps Mapping the Thanksgiving Harvest map. Let's just explore a little bit of this, and I'm going to plant seeds of ideas that you can actually share as a quiz, as a fun interactive quiz. Think about the pattern. Each one of these maps has a pattern that's evident of a particular food. What food do you think this one is? I'm not going to give you the answers until the end, and I'm going to only go through 4 of these right now, but the story map does have more foods in it. You're thinking about latitude. It looks like a northerly focused latitude here, a cool weather type of a product. Interesting. And in 2021, U.S. farmers harvested more than 7 million barrels of these. Okay, let's go to the next one. Number 2 here, 212 million of these were raised nationwide in 2022. You can see the patterns here. I'm looking at Arkansas, Minnesota, North Carolina. Okay, interesting pattern. Indiana being also prominent there. Okay, number 3. A single state here accounted for more than half of the harvest in the USA during a single year. Interesting. Hot, moist climate, rich, fertile soil for high crop yields. I wonder what product that is. All right, so we've gone through several of these now. We've started with this one, number 1. Let's review number 2. Number 3 was what we just looked at. Got California in there. Also looks like western Tennessee, northeastern Mississippi. Okay, interesting. And last but not least, this particular product here, which probably is one of the easiest ones for you to figure out which one of these foods that's traditionally eaten at Thanksgiving would be prominent with this kind of a pattern. You see there that 2 states, Idaho and Washington, provide more than half of the total U.S. crop. And there's others in here we won't go into, but we've got a couple of other patterns in here. Let's go back to the beginning, and I'm going to give you the answers. You're thinking spatially that cranberries are a cool weather wetland plant. You've got Wisconsin, Massachusetts, New Jersey, and Oregon leading the way there. 7 million barrels of cranberries in 2021. This one, probably many of you knew the answer here. It is turkeys. Minnesota raises more turkeys than any other state. Interesting. I thought it was North Carolina, but North Carolina is coming in at number 2, Arkansas and Indiana. Fascinating. Number 3, sweet potatoes. North Carolina accounted for more than half of the sweet potato crop during one of the agricultural census years. Fascinating. Interesting. Again, hot, moist climate, rich, fertile soil for high crop yields. You also see California in there and northeastern Mississippi. Fascinating. And finally, last but not least, you probably knew this, Idaho being probably the state that would tip you off, potatoes. Indeed, it is potatoes. Now, the majority of harvested potatoes, according to this story map, are destined for use in chips, fries, etc. Many end up in traditional Thanksgiving dinners as mashed potatoes or baked potatoes. Idaho and Washington provide more than half of the total U.S. crop of potatoes. Interesting. So take a look at this. I've only shown 4, but there are 4 more for you to dig into. And again, look at some of these maps, whether they're food or population or natural hazards or anything else. as quizzes to get your students thinking spatially. Why do patterns exist? Maybe there's no spatial pattern. Maybe there's no discernible spatial pattern for some of these. Fascinating. Oftentimes agriculture has one, but sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes the lack of spatial pattern is just as interesting as a spatial pattern. So have some fun with this. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm very thankful for you all and to our wonderful, amazing planet for giving us the food to eat that we enjoy. And I wish you all the very best. Thanks, and keep thinking spatially.